Okay, so I want to talk about this topic about the collective consciousness because I learned about this and it's just so fascinating to me, the idea. Because listen to this. So I believe it, of course. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you think about it. If you live your life thinking that we're all just separate beings, physical matter on this earth, like interacting, flowing, um, not really affecting anything because we're all solid, then you, my friend, are a sheep. But that's okay. I mean, we need sheep, you know. We need the sheep and we need the person that herds the sheep. I don't what's that guy called? Whatever, y'all know what he's called. So basically, um the collective consciousness is the idea that we all share one mind. We have our first mind, which is what controls our id and our ego, makes us feel like individuals, makes us feel separate, controls our actions, our morals, dictates how we interact with the world around us. And then there's our subconscious mind, which is the mind that we all share, we can all tap into, which is we're all in the same kind of energy field, in the same space. And an example of the collective consciousness is like if the majority of people um, believe that President Trump was going to do a bad job in his presidency, we're going to make that a reality because our collective consciousness controls what our reality is, right? So, for example, for someone who um, is a Trump supporter, right? The reality that that they create and that they see is going to be different from the reality that someone else sees. What's true to that person is not going to be true to the other person, which is why we say reality, what's real, what's normal, like is all subjective. And so basically, we're all different manifestations of the same energy. You are just what would happen if I was born in your city to with your number of siblings to your parents. Like, let's say I have a friend who was born in Washington Heights, has two siblings, lives with her mom um, in an apartment, right? She is a manifestation of what I would be if I was under those circumstances, right? If I had been born in Washington Heights with two brothers and a single mom in an apartment over there, she's what I would have come out to be like. I'm what would have happened if I was born under my circumstances. You're what would have happened if you were born under your circumstances. But we are all share one mind because we all are a manifestation of the same energy. And we have our conscious, which is what makes us think that we're separate, we're different, which controls our individual thought. But then we all have the subconscious mind. We're all connected, and that's how you can communicate with people telepathically. I communicate with people all the time mentally, but you have to be kind of on the same energy field. Okay. Another thing is vibrations and energy. If you're vibrating up here, right? You're going to attract people that are also vibrating up here, and you're going to be able to talk to them, interact with them in ways that are beyond the physical world. But if you're vibrating down here very low, you're going to attract people that are also vibrating down here and that aren't in tap with their spirituality and their higher selves. And you're not going to be able to get those results and kind of like communicate with them and do things that you see like manifestation. When your vibration is higher and you're more connected with your subconscious mind and your inner self, and you know that we are all one being, just manifested into several different entities, then you can start like practicing these things, manifesting your reality, controlling the simulation, because your thoughts dictate what happens in the real world. And a lot of people can't grasp this concept. They think that everything is set to happen a certain way. There are so many paths, right? Let's say you're here, right? If you decide to do, you're right here, right? You make a decision, it takes you on this path. If you were to make a different decision, it would take you on that path. Different decision. So, like, yes, reality is already mapped out, but there are an infinite number of realities mapped out for you. It just matters what path it takes, and you can tell that there are an infinite number of realities mapped out for you because if you see every single person living, those people are what your life would have been like if you did those things. Let's say you were born in 1997 and you went to this college in this town. That's what you would have been like. You would have been that person, you know? That's what I'm trying to get at. And that's why you hear things like, oh, I don't want to end up like that person. I feel so sorry for them. Like, look where their life ended up, because you can see that yourself going along that path because you are connected to that person. You're not separate from that person. That's what would have happened if you took that path and you don't want, and you see that you don't want to go there, and so you steer away. But it's not like that person is less than you or you're better than them. You can relate to them because you are them, just if you did something else. Are you guys getting this? Is it connecting? Is it resonating? I hope it is. Once you kind of realize that, you can go on to control what happens. But if you believe that you can't control it and you think, my life sucks, all this stuff, I'm not going to be able to manifest, that's fake, then obviously it's not going to work for you. Why would something that you don't believe in work for you? Why would something you're not practicing work for you? And if you do believe it and you do understand that it actually is facts and works, then the more you get to control it and kind of broadcast what reality you want to see for yourself. And I really want to share this with people because this is such a cool concept, like taking control of your life, not letting your life lie in someone else's hands, knowing that you have the power, you are the power. Your subconscious mind literally can control so much and can do so much. You have so much more power than you lead yourself to believe. You are energy. Everything in the world is energy. So of course you can affect more if you believe in yourself and your energy is strong enough. So I just encourage everyone to look into the law of attraction, manifestation, and the collective consciousness, because those things are very important if you want to start your kind of spiritual journey and get your life on the track that you want it to be. And this has been Joy with your daily spiritual awakening. I hope you enjoyed it. But seriously, manifest your own reality, homies.